It's game time, baby. Con X5. Gonna start you off with Fallacy versus ledz here, and here you get Fallacy getting the early shock spawn. This can be very helpful. He's gonna be able to attack at any range with that weapon. It sounds like ledz went ahead and grabbed that lightning gun. Could be key early on as which player grabs some more of these health files to get stacked up early, able to take that one little extra bit of damage. Obviously not able to connect. He's got to be careful now. One more lightning gun shot from that will take him down. See him soaking up this health there. He's not going to be able to contest that 100 armor. Does get 2 quick shots in. But he's got to be careful. There's that lightning gun. However, he knows he did enough damage to negate that 100 armor. So we can grab that 50 and the lightning gun. Sounds like ledz is going right after him. I don't think he had time to grab any health packs. So if Fallacy can track him down here with this minigun, he may be able to get one of these kills back. Exactly what he's going to try to do. Let's see what ledz is doing. He goes ahead and pops one shot off. Down to 6 health, though. One more minigun bullet would have taken him out. He's going to circle back up here to lightning gun, wait for that to spawn. You can bet that he's thinking lightning gun and 50 armor right about now. You might want to start thinking about some health vials, though, as he's all the way down to 21 health still. Here's Fallacy coming around that corner. Remember, those health vials being put in a line like that telegraphs your opponent exactly where you are, and he's already in position for this 100 armor. What you see a lot of players do here is basically put their back to that 100, and as long as their opponent's in front of them, they know that they've got the advantage. There's a big combo coming out, though, as Fallacy locks him right in there. Ooh, a big lightning gun shot comes out. Fallacy down to 30 health, but it's enough to get him a kill. And he'll be in position here as he's got these health packs right around him. However, that lightning gun and 50 armor are both going to be up. And we already know his opponent's going to be heading towards him. Loses lightning gun. Did he go to that 50? Yes, he did. So Fallacy giving up both sort of mini pickups up there. It's two of the more important ones in the map. And going down to some link gun. Fallacy now trying to get a position for that 100 armor. Maybe not the best bet. Going for the home run with that bow rifle. Seems to think ledz is weaker than he is. This assault rifle's not going to do him any favors. Probably better off backing off and trying to get some flat cannon. And he is breaking down ledz. Actually doing a surprising amount of damage with that assault rifle. However, of course, that 100 armor being up completely negates any of that work. So now ledz is going to be back up top. Pretty much in control of this map. Once again, he hears those health files being taken. It's going to telegraph his position. Tries to get the prediction combo out. Doesn't hit it. Some more lightning gun shots being traded as you see these players playing Ring Around the Rosie. Ooh, and a big shot coming out. Now one more shot will take out ledz, who's not able to win that one-on-one matchup right there. From taking that 50 armor, you know, Fallacy might be getting in position for this 100 armor. You can see him down by 4, though, just about a third of the way into this game. Yep, you see him. He may not have the exact timing on it, so he's going to go ahead and get there ahead of time. However, that will lose him control of some of the weapons in the map. Oh, he gives away his position by firing that shot. Maybe would have been better out holding off. He's going to go down. That's going to give ledz a chance to run up and scoop up that 100 armor. That's the advantage of having the exact timing there. It looks like that 100 may have been delayed a bit. Fallacy timed it wrong. Got there late, or excuse me, got there early. Not able to do anything with it. He's running away from ledz. He's going to be able to track him down with this link gun. One shot comes in, though. This lightning gun's going to give him another time. So ledz running around with 60 health. Now he's in danger of being taken out. One rocket comes in. If he can hit him one more time, he'll take him out. Said ledz scoops up that 50 armor. Now he's going to try to guess at Fallacy's next move. He's got to come back up for this 50 armor eventually. ledz is going to deny him the weapons he wants. Jumps right into that rocket, though. Good timing by Fallacy, able to predict where he was going and catch him, even though he didn't have a wide array of weapons, he was able to catch him in an advantageous position there. But now he is lacking the weapons himself to defend that 100 armor. He may get the timing of it, though, once he hears it taken this time. So Fallacy, at the very least, should have gained timing on that 100 armor. However, he's once again in a position where he doesn't have any weapons to fight with. Trying to get that shock rifle, but your opponent is timing it, and you're running right at it. That's just going to be a recipe for disaster. Now he's fighting up close. Assault versus flak, not going to do him any favors. Let's see what it looks like from ledz point of view. or that 50 armor taken. ledz know it's coming. He hears those 3 rockets charging up, wisely moving out of the way. Doesn't want to get hit with that giant spike damage of 3 spiral rockets, which would take him out instantly. Of course, that audio is going to be such an important cue. ledz will be heading down. You see him just trying to figure out where Fallacy is. He knows once again he's in between his opponent and the 100 armor. Oh, although one more shot will take him out. He's got to be careful. He's got to dive. He's going to be very vulnerable. Actually turns his back. Fallacy had a great opportunity there with that shot from the lightning gun. Now ledz going to go on a killing spree with that. Trying to find where Fallacy's headed. To cut him off. Figures he's going to go for that shock rifle. He certainly made a couple of sort of dangerous dives at that shock rifle. Definitely his favorite weapon. As you see him hit him 3-4 in a row by Fallacy, so certainly his favorite weapon by far. I know he does have roots in Instagib, so it kind of makes sense. He'd be much more comfortable. You see him throwing around some combos up there, trying to get a spawn kill. However, in the process, he gave up the 50 armor. That could be problematic if he wants to contest this 100. Should be spawning any second now, and both players are going to be fighting over it. This could be a crucial pickup for either player. How is this fight going to go? See a big combo come out, but it wasn't big enough. He does a little bit of damage, does more damage. How weak is ledz? You know, still not all that weak, honestly. Grabbing that 50 armor on top of that 100 just gave him such a big armor stack, although the link gun coming in doing huge damage by Fallacy. One more lightning gun shot would have taken him down. See ledz putting that corner in between him and his opponent, not allowing him to get a shot off there. However, he's getting bounced around by that shock again. Every time Fallacy's been able to get this shock rifle in his hand, he's been able to do pretty good damage. There's a nice combo. He's going to be on the run now looking for some health. Just about the last third of this map, and you can see ledz with a pretty big lead over Fallacy. And, you know, it's going to be hard to turn this around. Fallacy, though, maybe just trying to get warmed up, maybe give himself something to build on for the next map. I'm not sure who chose this map. But Fallacy certainly, is finding himself in a tough spot here. 3 shocks in a row, puts some distance in between himself, and really, I don't know, ledz knows just how weak he is. 5 health, he could have killed him with the assault rifle there. Instead, Fallacy with a chance, he actually negates that 100 armor, which is a win for him. Doesn't want to run into some flak, however, he's running out of time, which unfortunately for him means he's going to have to be extremely aggressive, even though he only has 5 health here. He's going to go down to that minigun, so it's a smart move by ledz, knowing that his opponent killed him but was still really weak, able to even that back out. Just about 10 seconds or so until this 100 armor, Fallacy able to get that shock rifle. Looks like it might have been a trap, though. ledz perhaps baiting him into grabbing that, getting a couple lightning gun shots. You see him around that corner, waiting for him to pop out. Fallacy doing a little bit of damage, but no weapons in his possession. Misses with that grenade. He's going to go down again. With 2 minutes left, that's pretty much going to do it. We're going to take a look at the stats here. See, both players shoot fairly well, but not a single 100 armor goes to Fallacy in this game. He was there for it. He contested most of them, just couldn't quite get the exact timing and couldn't get himself in position to hold off his opponent. A lot of that, too, came to ledz' ability to control the weapons. Fallacy did pretty well every time he's grabbed the shock rifle. There's the spree. Minute and a half left, and we're going to finish this one out with these guys and see what they come up with for map 2. Pretty much all academic at this point, though. This guy's not really putting much together here at the very end, fighting over this 100 armor that really won't matter. Should be up any second. I expect these guys to kind of just run at each other, essentially more extended warm-up mode here. But like I was saying, you look through the stats, both players have been shooting pretty well as far as efficiency goes. And, you know, I often point out the damage received versus damage given. In this case, almost identical. Look at that. It just shows how important that 100 armor control is. Fallacy not getting one until the very end, really garbage time. And I mean, virtually identical damage given by both players. Fallacy not outmatched as far as aim goes. But, certainly going to need to try to keep a shock rifle in his hands on the second map. We'll see what it ends up being. You know, I would say that given the way this went as far as ledz sort of using the strategy of one-on-one to his advantage to overcome the aim of Fallacy. I would say, you know, you might actually think about picking a small map, an Ironic or something like that. That'll be map 1, going to ledz. What I am curious about, and I'm not sure who actually picked this map. It sounds like both players essentially just decided to agree to play Rankin, so that being the case... Okay, so this would be ledz pick, or he's going to claim that pick. Technically it should have been Fallacy's, but these guys are number 6 and 7 seeds, so it doesn't really matter all that much.
"30 seconds left. "20 seconds.
Backspace?
9,
Reverse. I could even be wrong.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Crampage. I don't think that's on the map list, given that I'm downloading it currently. Oh, looks like it's going to be Ironic. Not a bad pick for Fallacy, again, given that he played, you know, pretty well as far as his damage output. His aim was certainly on, especially once he got a shock rifle in his hands. I think playing a smaller map where he can be a little bit more aggressive makes perfect sense to him. This probably his best bet from what we have on the map list. We don't have anything super small this week like, say, a Satica or an Arrow Walk. So I'll be interested to see what happens this map, because I think this one will be all about that shock rifle. Due to the way the spawns are on this map, you can be it's a little bit predictable if you jump into it. Not unlike Rankin, I suppose. So oftentimes you have to concede that shock rifle because you don't want to give up an easy spawn kill, but on the other hand, this is a lot more of an aim-heavy map if you can force the issue, and I think that's what Fallacy needs to do, is just try to get on the aggressive here, even if he doesn't have an early lead, and maybe just be extremely aggressive, try to force the issue, and try to force ledz to outshoot him. Ledz certainly shot well last game, but he also had the situational awareness advantage, and I think Fallacy's best bet for trying to overcome that's going to be to just try to force him to out-aim him.
8, 7, 6.
Alright, this is open season, week 4, round 1, ledz versus Fallacy. It's game time, baby. Connex 5 here. We're going to get started on Ironic. We're going to watch Fallacy. Gets that shock rifle spawn. That can be extremely important. That is his favorite weapon. Did a ton of damage with it on on Rankin just now, but wasn't able to get any kind of control over the 100 armors. So he actually ended up losing it by quite a bit. We're going to see pretty much the first real engagement over this 100 armor, I believe. Heard ledz grabbing some health vials. May have been put him out of position. He sneaks up behind him though and loads 3 rockets and takes him out. The juggle of rockets to his back. So a sneaky move there by ledz, conceding the 100 armor but catching him on the way out of the room. And now he's got that 140 health that he picked up from those vials, along with that 50 armor. Gets a free shot to the back. He's going to be in great position to try to convert one more kill out of this. T armor will be spawning soon. Ooh, almost walks into a combo there. ledz needs to be careful here. Able to link him down right there. I think that 50 armor spawn might have gone to Fallacy, however. He may have that flak cannon and 50. No, he didn't get that spawn. Not sure where he went. like a bit of packet loss going on there. I think that may have been on my end. Players aren't concerned with it, so I guess that was my end. Meanwhile, you see Fallacy stealing that 100 armor, down to 10 health, however, so he's going to be on the run a bit. See him running towards that 50 armor. OC wants to catch him off guard. Oh, he already lost that 50, so he's going to grab some weapons, which is a good move. He wants to try to deny as many resources as possible. However, right now, Fallacy's big problem is he needs health to go along with that armor. That armor's only going to block 75% of the damage he takes unless he gets... Excuse me, it's only going to take 75% of the damage, so he needs to get his health back up to match it. A quick LG shot around the corner, another shock, 2 in a row. He's only down by 1. Oh, and the spawn comes right in front of him. He's going to be able to cut him off here. Which direction will he go? It sounds like he guessed wrong. I think ledz went for the rockets. Oh, you just heard ledz take those health vials, but I think Fallacy's going to go ahead and just try to get in a position to keep him pushed away from this 100 armor room. Here's what happened earlier in the match when 3 rockets came around the corner. Same exact move by ledz. The Fallacy might want to watch out for that in the future. Maybe even predict it. He's getting absolutely decimated by these rockets. ledz coming around from the elevator side with those rockets charged again, taking Fallacy down to 3 health. He's got to be extremely careful. You hear him trying to listen for his opponent. He needs to grab all this health, but when he was so low and even an assault rifle bullet would have killed him, didn't want to give away his position. Ooh, if that lightning gun would have hit, it would have been huge. He still has quite a bit of time. They pull out the minigun here and try to push him away out of this room. There it goes. Almost, yep, walks into a combo there. That may lose him that 100 armor. Ooh, ledz going to be aggressive instead. Maybe conceding the 100 armor. He's on the run now. He's out of armor. Fallacy can tell by the hit effects. This 100 armor is going to be spawning soon, and now Fallacy's going to be in a position to try to do to ledz what ledz did to him. Maybe charge up some rockets. Doesn't get there in time. So he's going to be... Don't know if Fallacy knows that ledz took that 100 armor. Surely he doesn't. He should have heard it. May not have timing on it. May just be waiting to ambush him as he circles back around his shock. He gets a couple quick shots and misses with the combo, though. 2 more shots. The Fallacy absolutely... Oh, runs right into that flak primer. He was on a roll. Let me switch over to ledz now, see what he can turn this into. As he gets a spawn kill with 19 health remaining. He's going to be very vulnerable here, running to 50 armor. If this link gun catches up to him, he's going to be in trouble. Throwing combos behind him, going to make Fallacy pay if he wants to come finish him off. Those health files now. He's going to be back in a comfortable position. He's actually going to have the advantage. Not a bad move by Fallacy, though. As ledz went around to soak up some health, he went straight to that 100 armor to try to push him off of it. This is what I'm talking about. Fallacy's going to be forcing the issue here, and that gets him a kill. Not allowing ledz to really get into a comfort zone. Oh, there's a grenade. Bit of a lucky spawn there by ledz. Unfortunate for Fallacy, but still in an okay position. Ledz isn't stacked up on anything, because he did finally start getting a few armors in this game. However, he did lose that 50 armor. I was going to grab this lightning gun. See what he can do. Is he's got a little bit of time until this 100 armor spawns. I don't know if he picked up a shock rifle yet. He's in between his opponent and the 100 armor. It's a bit of an unlucky spawn there, as his only weapon is going to be a minigun. He's got a bit of time until this 100 armor comes up, so he's kind of locked in here. See if ledz decides to go for that 50 armor. And if Fallacy decides to just wait. Yeah, you heard the 50 taken there. Fallacy basically just going to back up and try to do as much damage as possible. Chasing him off the 100 armor, gets the kill and the 100, so that's a big turnaround by Fallacy. Misses the jump there, but he's going to be in great position now to try to stage a comeback at just past the halfway point of this game. Be a quick look at the scoreboard here, 7-3. Fallacy, though, needs to grab some health, takes a big flak ball, another flak ball. And I think he may be mentally out of this one, as ledz completely decimated him with those flak balls right there. Fallacy kind of taking a minute right there to regather himself. Running out of time, however, with just about 4.5 minutes to go. 6 frags in 4.5 minutes on Ironic is totally doable. But you do have to be extremely aggressive, and you have to be able to predict your opponent very efficiently. And for someone who, to be fair, Fallacy, once again, coming from, I believe, an Instagib capture the flag background primarily, not a huge duel player. I'm just joined up tonight for the fun of it. Probably not going to expect someone who's not as experienced to be able to put together such an aggressive comeback. But he does have time, so we'll see what he can put together here. Looks like ledz is going to opt to stay aggressive, try to just, again, deny any weapons, especially that shock rifle. That seems to be the key here against Fallacies. You really want to keep him away from that shock. That has been by far his most effective weapon. Which, you know, again, coming from an Instagram background makes perfect sense. Ledz trying to return the shock rifle favor. Ooh, just dodges that smiley face coming right at him. Not able to put together any more damage to string any more kills off of that. It gives up the 50 armor. 100 armor should be spawning soon. Ledz going to give away his position by grabbing that health, but he should be able to grab this armor if he gets down. Oh, he opts to use it as a trap. Doesn't do much damage, however, so Fallacy is going to be the winner in that. And you see what Ledz is doing here. He knows that Fallacy's running out of time. Just heard that 3-minute warning. He figured he would have to be aggressive and come around that corner, so just threw everything he had at it. And I think Fallacy actually opted to back off and grab the 50 armor, maybe another weapon or two. However, with under 3 minutes to go, he's not going to be able to do that much longer, as 8 frags in 2.5 minutes is pretty tricky on Ironic as it is, let alone if you're trying to be conservative and focus on scooping up items. The time for that was about 5 minutes ago. See Ledz now being very sneaky, trying to be quiet, just keeping space in between him and Fallacy so that even if he goes down here, let's just eat up as much clock as possible. There's a nice lightning gun shot. So he'll go down, but again, he chewed up like a good minute off that clock just by kind of playing Ring Around the Rosie there. Plus, he's trying to track him down. Doesn't want to run into any rockets. Exactly what's going to happen there. And as we've seen throughout this matchup, there's one thing to note. Ledz has made good use of those rockets. Wow, nice assault rifle damage coming out by Fallacy. But Ledz has made good use of these rockets to disrupt his opponent, in this case Fallacy's, ability to really hit him with those hit scan shots, to really juggle him with that shock primary. And Fallacy has really been affected by that. Every time he gets up close and starts getting bounced around by those rockets, it's really tough because you sort of have to predict which way you're going to get bounced, and it's very, very difficult to maintain your aim through that. Oh, a big flak primary coming out. And that one's going to pretty much make it official. We'll give you a quick look through the statistics here. And not unlike Rankin, you see the damage received versus damage given. Not a huge discrepancy there. This one going a bit more in Ledz's favor. But both players certainly shooting fairly effectively. Certainly see that flak and rockets being a much bigger boon to Ledz's game. Once again, he was disrupting Fallacy's hit scan ability with that. Of course, you can see right there, still 1,000 damage from the shock rifle by Fallacy. He finally did get hold of some 100 armors too, which, you know, once again helped even out the game. However, just not able to string the kills together, and whenever he did get a kill, he was usually so weak by the end of the fight, he wasn't able to go and be aggressive like he needed to be on this map.
20 seconds.
But credit to Ledz, he's going to win this first round matchup 2-0. Move on to the second round. Let these guys finish it off. Ooh, a nice blind flak ball there.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Last 100 armor will go to Fallacy just for statistical purposes. Hey, there's a mid-air flak ball. That's a nice way to end it. Ledz is going to take this one over Fallacy, though. 2-0. He'll be moving on to round 2. And if you'll stick around with me, I'm going to see what I can bring you in any other round 1 matches.